It's the worst stuff I've ever played. Is this hyper at all? The worst stuff you've ever played? You made it sound like Mozart. Now, this is already even in the hymn book. The composer wrote it. We don't need to write it. There is the opposite. Music can be overdone. If we want to be arrangers, how do we use instruments in our churches? And we want to become arrangers. I think there's a hymn in this hymnal, 1982, that is obviously overdone. Let's look at it. Hymn number 469. This, I think, is a beautiful tune. Gorgeous tune. But in the harmonization version, you don't have it. But you do have this introduction, don't you? You have at the top, in the Q note size, the introduction, 469. Right. Would you believe me that those 8 notes that you see, beginning in measure 2, actually starting in measure 4, just do not stop throughout the entire composer's version of this. It goes continuously, and I want you to hear it. And Jay's going to illustrate that for us. Gives a D, not just B. There's a wideness in God's mercy, like the wideness of the sea. You know this? There's a kindness in His justice, which is more than liberty. There is one come for the sinner, and more gracious for the good. There is mercy with the Savior. There is healing in His love. How many knows? Good. Let's try singing. Matthew's going to play it with us. And Kim, would you play? All of us play it. Right.
Melody, Ed?
Yeah.
When I first heard this arrangement, I could never in my heart do it with the one on the next page ever again.
I think there are, how many tunes for this? There's a wideness in God's mercy. I know at least 3. There's a wideness in God's mercy. And this, there's a wideness in God's mercy. The feature that doesn't fit. Any one of these 8787D tunes will work. But I think that Calvin Hampton, who is a really great hymn tune writer, I think, has an interesting one. Got it?
So just so I know, what parts do you want us to play for this reading right now?
Just the tune.
Just the two.
Just the tune, yes. And then we'll get to your parts eventually. Okay? Tune us up. Give us the 2 measures. Is it 4 measures? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
And I think you only have one stanza, right? Yeah, there's a white. Okay, what I want you to hear, though, choir, I'll say class. I'm in the classroom every day. But I want you to hear what can be considered, what I consider basically overdone arrangements. Now, you would say, well, I'm going to rush to the piano. I can't do this on the organ. Well, okay, rush to the piano. But I still think this is not going to make it on the piano. This is music that doesn't, this is an accompaniment that does not fit a congregation. And even in the hymn book, J, there's a descant that says for flute or violin hymn. It's either flute or violin play the descant because it's such a boring accompaniment. They say, well, let's add a descant to make it more interesting. I'm reading into either the editor's minds or Calvin Hamilton's minds. Okay, now we'll go to the score that you've got there. So we're going to go straight through this piece with the instrumental accompaniment just the way it appears in the hymn book. And I want you to not sing, but just listen and see if what you're hearing really is congregation.
So, yeah. Yeah, the pretty good one. Sure.
Is it easier to read?
No, I have this out just in case you wanted us to play the intro. I wasn't sure what you were about to ask for, so.
No, you have the
Just
intro.
start right from the...
You've got everything.
Okay.
Yeah, straight from the page. Now this is an interesting tune. They do, as I said, do not show meters in this hymnal. But if you count the beats, it goes from 4 to 3 to 4 to 3, 4 to 3, 4 to 4, 4 to 3, 4 to 4, 4 to 3. It's an interesting mix of meters. Mixed meters is called. So if I get mixed up in meters, I'll conduct it. Okay, listen with your ears. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Get the idea? What's going on? Jay's not even breathing. He's hyperventilating or something. Yeah, it's mindless music. But if you look at the score, that's all it is. Just here, Jay. Go for it. In the practice room. Am I being too hard on Calvin Hampton? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. This is a beautiful setting. But my point is, when we are, as arrangers, or as organists, want to be arrangers, writing for instruments, and we see something, oh, that could be the violin part. Oh, I'll assign this to the cello. Oh, I didn't got a flautist that can play. And so we get this text that is here at the end trio, right from the start. Those are the notes on the page. That's us. Stanza with the choir. One, two, and three, and one. For the love of God is broader than the measure of love. And the heart of the eternal is most wonderful divine. If our love were but more faithful, we should take him at his word, and our life would be thanksgiving for the goodness of the Lord. It's our benediction. If our love were but more faithful.
I have always felt that that accompaniment, that continual repetition is from the first phrase, there's a wideness in God's mercy, like the wideness of the sea. And I imagine the continuous waves of the sea.
You got it right, David, because we all need to think of a scenario. Where was this song first sung? How was it sung? Why was it sung? We don't know those informations because in this case it says it's a wideness in God's mercy like the widest. Do you know, Don, who was William Faber, or Fred Faber? Was he sitting beside the ocean watching this? Frederick Faber? To be able to write a song like this? The way he wrote the song is the way we have to sing it. We should sing it, I should say. I hope so. We should take him at his word, and our life would be thanksgiving for the goodness of the Lord. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed.